Hey everyone, and welcome back to the club. Today I'll be showing you how to draw Mega Banette from Pokemon. So the basic character is one circle for the head, one circle for the body, and two for the arms. So we're going to start with the one on the top for the head. We're going to start with the brow line. So on the left of center, we're going to draw a curve like this. Let's move over to the right side and do the same thing. So it's always easiest to work from your left to your right just to help balance things out as you go. From the left line, we're going to go straight up. Do the same with the right. And we'll curve down the sides. And then we're going to curve up the edge of the eyelid. Curving up on the left, then up on the right. Let's tuck in the eyeballs underneath. So up here, I'm going to draw a half circle coming around and tucking that in underneath the eyelid. So from here, we'll curve around and then back underneath. You can see there's a little overlap here. We'll do the same thing on the right side. So curving around. So in the center, we're going to draw in a small circle for the pupil. And then inside, we're going to draw an angled line this way. So we're going to make it actually a little bit thicker by doubling it up. We'll draw the same thing on the right side. So up here, draw a circle, and then draw an angled line going in the opposite direction. From here, let's go ahead and draw in the mouth. So just underneath the left eye, we're going to curve down towards the center and back up on the right side with a curve. So coming down in the middle, and then we're going to curve this up underneath the right eye. From here on the left side, we're going to have to tuck in a little zipper hole. So here, we're going to move over on the left side, come down with two angled lines coming outwards, and go straight across the bottom. From here, we're going to tuck in the bottom part of the mouth. So underneath this zipper hold, we're going to come down in the middle, and we're going to tuck this in underneath the right side here. So there's a little bit of an overlap. Let's go and draw in some teeth. So starting from the left, I'm just going to work my way across, drawing evenly spaced out vertical lines. Across. Now from here, we're going to draw in the head. So the head is basically a circle, but at the very top, there's a spike that's just sitting on top. So if you imagine the circle coming down to the chin, we're going to go up to the top here. We're going to draw that little spike first. So from the center, we're going to curve down towards the left, and then down towards the right. This is our starting point. We're going to overlap this spike on top of the head. So we want to start a little higher than that end and circle around and try to draw a nice even sized circle all the way around the mouth and curve around the chin, go up on the right side. I'm going to go back up to the top here and just match it up with the edge of that side there. Okay, so that's not too bad. Let's draw the zipper along the face. So from the center of the spike, I'm going to come down with a straight line. From here, I'm going to take this and curve right into that point of that eyelid. And now I'm going to double this up because I want to make this look like a zipper. So starting over here at the bottom, I'm going to curve across and draw that straight vertical line to connect it. Let's go ahead and draw in some zipper teeth. So just working our way along from the bottom, draw in some lines going across up to the top. Now we're going to draw in the little spikes that come up to the side of the head. So if you imagine one coming out this way, the point will be right there. That's a starting point. From here, I'm going to curve down into the head on the bottom, and then curve up to the top. Let's go across and just line this up, making sure the points are at the same height. And then I'm going to curve down to the bottom, and then we'll curve the top, just like that. Let's go ahead and draw in the little ribbon that comes out the side of the head. So I'm going to draw it kind of coming out towards the left, starting with the bottom edge of the ribbon. So starting here, I'm going to curve up. So it's curving out. From here, I'm going to do an overlap. Right about here, I'm going to curve in the opposite direction, curving this way. It's going to come up behind that spike. I'm going to take this and curve up. So it's curving in that direction this way. Do an overlap and curve it down to the tip. From here, I'm going to taper it out so it gets wider as it gets back towards the head. So from here, I'm going to curve up to the top. And I'm going to curve this way. So coming down to right about there. And then I'm doing an overlap and curve up again. So we're just repeating this, and then I'll tuck this in underneath that spike. So you can see it gets a little bit wider as it gets to the base. On the tip here, I'm going to draw the zipper pull. So two angled lines coming out, and then just connect it along the bottom with a straight line. We're going to draw those little zippers like we did on the face along this ribbon. So along that edge here, I'm just going to draw a curve like this to start off. We're going to draw a couple little lines for the zipper teeth. Along this point, we're going to draw another zipper, doubling that up, and then drawing the teeth all the way across. And then one final one right here. Doubling that up. And then drawing in the teeth. Just like that. Okay, so we got the face. Let's get into the body. So like I mentioned, the head is one circle. We're going to draw in the body down here. So we're going to start in the middle. On either side, we're going to draw a curve going out. Nice curves going out. These are going to merge into the circle that goes around the body. Now the body, I'm going to have the zipper opened up and have it sort of opened up at the bottom down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and curve out and then down. Take the right side, curve out, and then come down roughly the same height. From here, I want to do a little wave coming up to the center point. So in the middle here, I'm just going to draw a little point there to start me off. We're going to work our way towards the left. So curving down and towards the left. And then we're going to connect to that point at the bottom with an opposite curve. So going in the opposite direction. Let's do the right side. So we're going to curve out. And we're going to connect to that bottom with a curve in the opposite direction like that. Let's draw in the little zipper. So we're going to start with a line across the top there. And we're going to go up to a point, almost like an elongated triangle. We're going to draw in the zipper like we did here along this edge. So starting at the bottom, I'm just going to curve and just follow that line all the way up underneath that zipper. Starting at the top on the right side, we're going to work our way down, just following that curve. And we're going to draw in the zipper teeth, just working our way from the bottom all the way to the top. And then on the right, start from the top and work our way to the bottom. Okay, so now that we got that, I'm going to draw in the little spikes, like we did with the head, on the side of the body here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start probably around this curve. Up here, it's going to come out in this angle, so I'm going to draw a point. I'm going to curve down towards the bottom, tucking that in behind the body, and then curve in the opposite direction at the top. We're going to go to this side on the right, line up the points, draw it right there. Curve down at the bottom, and then we'll curve the top. Now let's draw in the legs. So down here, if you imagine the circle being completed down here, I want to tuck the body in underneath a little bit. So right here, I'm going to draw a curve from left to right, coming down in the middle and up on the right side. We'll make that a little bit longer. Now from here, I'm going to draw on the sides of the leg, the inside. Starting here, I'm going to curve out towards the left. We'll curve out towards the right. Now from here, I'm just going to tuck this in underneath this shell. Curving in like that. And then on the right side. Now we want to make it look like the shell's wrapped around the legs. So we're going to take this point and curve it down and in. Curve it down and in on the other side. We got the body, let's get into the arms. So like I mentioned, there are two big circles or smaller circles on either side. So we're going to start by drawing in the arms going in there. So right here, right where the chin meets the neck, just over to the left, I'm going to draw a curve going up. On the bottom, I'm going to leave a little space and curve down in the opposite direction. Now this is where the circle is going to come in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a circle, but at the end down here, I'm going to leave it open, because that's where I want to have the claws poking out. So here, I'm going to draw a curve for the top of the circle, so right about there. Now I'm going to leave a gap, and I'm going to complete it down right about here. I'll leave enough room for the claws. So I'm just going to come around like this, and like that. So there's a little bit of overlap on the inside. Let's draw that little spike on the top here. So I'm going to have it coming in at a bit of an angle, so I'm going to draw a point for the tip. Curve it down to the left, and curve it down towards the right. Let's draw in the opening for the hands. So from here, I'm going to draw a curve going in towards the wrist. So I'm aiming for that point there. I'm going to stop right there. We're going to draw the zipper. One line coming down towards the left, and one towards the right, and we'll just close it off at the bottom. From this bottom point, I'm going to draw an overlapping line to that point there. So a curve for the claw, because the claw is going to overlap on top of the hand there. From here, I'm going to take this point and just taper out and just create the first claw. We're going to move over and draw an overlapping claw. So we're going to draw another curve coming down. So we're basically repeating this in behind. We curve that underneath, that. And then one more time right here, we'll draw a curve coming down. I'm going to pull it right into that point on top right there. Now let's draw in the little zipper. So from here, I'm just going to curve across to right there, and then I'm going to repeat this on the bottom as well. So pulling that underneath, probably just close it off like that there. And again, just drawing some teeth all the way around, and then same on the bottom. like that. Okay, so we got one hand. Let's do the opposite side here. So we're going to start with the upper part of the arm. So starting just on the side of the neck here, and draw a curve. And then I'm going to draw a curve coming down as well. Now let's draw in that circle. I want to try to make sure that I make it roughly the same size as I have on the left. So I'm going to start down here, overlapping, and coming down to roughly about here. So curving up to the top. Again, keep my eye on the left side. Coming down to right about there. We're going to do the bottom side. So doing an overlap, curving down to about there. Let's draw that little curve for the top. So from here, draw a curve coming out to the tip. Let's close that off. And then from the bottom, we're going to draw the little zipper. So angled lines coming out and pull that back in. Right underneath here, we're going to draw a curve coming down. Just close that off like that. Now, I should probably extend that line down. So I'm going to take this line and come down to the tip of the claw. I'm going to pull that back up to about here. Creating that first claw. I'm going to move over, draw another claw coming down, and we'll pull that up to the top, like that, and then another overlap, curving down. I'm going to pull that to that point right there, just like that. We'll draw in the zipper teeth, curving down on the bottom. We're going to pull this up on the side behind that zipper, and then pull it across like this. Let's go ahead and draw in the teeth. Couple there. We'll draw the spike on top. So right here, I'll draw a point, curve out towards the left, curve out towards the right. And one thing I almost forgot, there's one down here, but you're not really going to see much of it down here. So I'm just going to tuck it in underneath by drawing a curve and a curve coming in towards each other. We'll draw the same thing down here. So it's just going to be tucked in behind the body. And that is pretty much it. There we have it. There's Mega Banette from Pokemon. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please make sure you check out our Pokemon playlist. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.